This video is designed to introduce the Fuse Mobile Apps product and hopefully get you familiar and very comfortable with its operation. Secondly, we will explore the Fuse Control Panel, which functions primarily as an app content manager, but also houses some powerful features that are designed to bring more business into your establishment. The app and control panel are designed to work together and form a very powerful marketing tool for anyone in hospitality, whether restaurants, bars, nightclubs, dance or music venues, or even cafes and bistros. Let's begin by exploring the app. This app, displayed on your screen, is based on an imaginary venue designed specifically for demonstration purposes. Since all of our apps are based on the same platform, you will quickly see how they can be customized or branded with any client's unique theme. The colors, logos, textures, and imagery can all be customized to fit any application. You will find that Fuse Mobile Apps produces the finest apps on the market. Let's take a look. The objective when designing an app is to ensure that each customer's theme flows beautifully throughout the design. Here, you'll notice an area that can be adjusted for different colors and textures and includes a brand name. The slider images dominate the screen visually and are designed to make the destination inviting to guests. We encourage submission of the best photography and as many images as desired to fully convey the ambiance and theme of the hospitality destination. Now let's look at the core of the app, beginning with the home screen, which is where we are. When navigating the app, you'll notice either 3 or 4 tabs at the bottom of the app. This app is a 4-tab app. The Home button always takes you back to the home screen. This 4-tab configuration is our standard. These 4 larger buttons can be customized, but this represents our most standard configuration and is the most popular. Here you'll find About Us, Specials, Feedback, and Rewards buttons. For those that may already have their own rewards program, we can replace that button with a Find Us button for quick location and mapping to the venue. As we mentioned, the tabs across the bottom navigate to what we'll call the primary functions like Menu, Drinks, and Social. A 3-tab version would not contain a separate Drinks menu, but the drinks would be contained in the primary Menu tab. Let's take a moment to explore each area. First, we'll begin with About Us. Notice the clean layout of every section. About Us allows the app owner to offer background and some details of what makes their venue unique. Make this appealing to your visitors to make them understand exactly what you've worked hard to create. Inside the About Us section are 3 buttons. They have important functions. The Find Us button links to the phone's native mapping tool, which is in many cases Google Maps, to show you how to get there. The Call Us button allows the user to enable one-touch dialing of the establishment, and the Website button allows the user to link out of the app and into a website, just in case there's a need. However, the app should be designed well to stand alone and offer everything the guest needs. To access more functions, let's use the Home button. This navigates us back to the main screen. Now let's look at the feedback section. The feedback tool can be set up in any way you like to help get feedback from guests. In our example app, we've chosen some simple questions like, rate your overall experience, and was your food properly prepared? By allowing guests to provide feedback, you are able to gather valuable information to fine-tune your product and service for every guest to get the most out of each visit. When we explore the control panel or App Content Manager, you'll see how this section and every section of the app can be adjusted easily to keep pace with changes that you make and to make the app work better and better toward the goal of growing your business and winning more loyal guests. In the case of the rating system for Bonfire Pizza, we'll say that a guest rates your overall experience at 4 stars. And they really enjoy the food, they'll rate that at 5 stars. Now they simply enter a few comments, click Submit, and it becomes an anonymous submission so that you can gather more data. Now we'll go back to the home screen. Let's explore our next section. Let's try specials. This area is used to promote either special menu items or special events that a restaurant or bar has created to appeal to their guests. Then, under Specials, we'll find another layer of navigation. First, we see the description of a special or an event. It's noteworthy to mention that for specials, menu, and drinks, the number of entries is unlimited. If your venue only has 3 stated specials, that's fine. Or if you have 20, that's okay too. The app is able to handle virtually unlimited data. Now, in the case of our imaginary venue, Bonfire Pizza, we have 6 specials. Remember, all of this content can be changed or edited by you at any time. We'll look at that shortly in the control panel section of this tutorial. Now let's look closer at a specific special, Ladies' Night. If we click on Ladies' Night, notice that under each special is a custom graphic that can be inserted as advertising the event or special. It's more visual and more engaging for your customers. Now, let's take a look at the menus, both food and drink menus, in the next section. Then, we'll go into the control panel portion of our tutorial. The food menu is quite appealing. Once again, the menu section has enough structure to suit any venue. There are categories like salad, appetizers, desserts, and entrees. Under each category, there's a field for each item within that category. Here you'll see a description of the category. Then, in the next layer, we find a description, possibly with price, and a high-resolution graphic of the item. Now let's look at the drink menu. Now you may have an interactive wine menu or a cocktail menu, but in our imaginary venue, Bonfire Pizza, we have bottled beer, craft beers, imports, and beers on tap. Once again, there are multiple layers so that we can install different beer categories and then browse a list of beers within each category. For instance, let's look at featured craft beers inside of Bonfire's offering. Once inside the craft beer category, let's look at one in particular. Let's look at Goose Island IPA. Wow! The beer menu, as well as all of our other drink menus, really makes each listing pop with a rich description of the beer, the brewery, ABV and IBU values, and a high resolution label or image of the beer label. Well, that takes care of the app for the most part. Now let's take a look at the control panel. Accessing the control panel can be done from any browser. I'm using Chrome. To reach the control panel, go to Fuse Mobile Apps main website. That's www.fusemobileapps.com. From the main web page, go to the login area of the menu. Click Login. Here you'll be asked for your username or email address and your password, which you were provided when you first signed on for the app. I'm going to log into the app that we've been exploring, which is Bonfire 11. I'm going to enter my password and I'm going to sign in. Now, once we're in the control panel, you'll notice that the name of your app is in the upper right hand corner. On the left side of this area, we'll find the primary navigation menu. This allows you to access different control areas of the dashboard. Let's begin by looking at My Account, which we are already at. You'll notice that in the case of this app, most of the information has not been completed. Let's fill one out as if this were our app. To do that, we use the blue Edit key. You'll notice the blue Edit key just about everywhere in the dashboard or control panel. Now in my case, I want to enter my personal name because these entries identify who you are so that we can associate this app with you. So it's important that we keep this information updated. Now once we've entered that information, simply click Update. And notice that the information appears here and it'll stay there. Inside of My Account is all of the relevant information about you, the owner. Again, we'll notice that the blue Edit button is used throughout the control panel in the different sections. So let's look. Let's explore the feedback area. Looking in the feedback area, you're allowed to edit the rating system that's found in the guest app. Do you remember seeing that? Here you can change the system of rating simply by asking different questions. Editing that field is the same as any other. Simply click the blue Edit button and type the question that you'd like, and simply click Save Changes. Now let's explore the social section of the control panel. This section is pretty easy. We decided what social networks that we want visible from within the app. If you've got a new one, say Foursquare, it's very easy to add. Just grab your Foursquare link, then click Add Social Network here. We would select Foursquare. We would enter our link, and we would save Foursquare. Notice we've had it here before, so we're going to delete that entry. Deleting any of your social network entries is easy. Simply click Delete and confirm the deletion. Very easy. Now we've got 3 social network links inside of our app. Now let's look at something very powerful, and that's push notifications. This control panel feature allows you to send push notifications to your entire audience. Let's give it a try. The push section of Control Panel is really the easiest to use. Simply type a short message that you feel would be valuable to your guests. It might be a message that describes a new menu item, or a new drink or special. It might be a push that you send in the moment because foot traffic is slow and you want to entice guests to come in. So let's say it's Tuesday or Wednesday evening and you know it's looking slow, so you decide to offer 2 for 1 draft beer Tuesday night from 5 to 9 p.m. So that's the message that you want to send. You simply type it and send push. And you receive a notification that all of your users have received that message. Now, if you purchased our loyalty rewards feature, which we'll cover in another tutorial, you might offer something like double rewards points tonight from 6 to 10 p.m. Now that's a powerful tool to keep your customers engaged. Never underestimate how powerful mobile marketing can be. People today are making decisions based on data and messages received in a mobile format. With this tool, you can take control of your mobile marketing program. Now let's venture into one of the menu areas. Let's take a look at the food menu. It's really quite easy to manage. If you want to create a category, say an appetizer, here we can add a section. When we add a section, simply describe it here. I'm not going to add any more sections because in our imaginary venue, Bonfire Pizza, they have quite a number of sections already. So we'll focus on editing maybe a single item. So let's take a look at editing, whether adding or deleting certain items within the menu. Now we are in specialties. Let's go to appetizers. And inside of appetizers, we are going to add a new menu item that we're very proud of. We're going to call it an onion bloom. And let's describe it as our signature appetizer, and we'll give a price of $9.95. Now we'll need to choose an image. So click Choose Image, and let's choose our appetizer image. There it is. Onion bloom, signature appetizer for $9.95, and here's the image. We simply click Save. It's as easy as that, and now it appears at the bottom of our appetizer menu. Well, let's say a few weeks or months have gone by and this appetizer hasn't worked out so well, or maybe we have a supply issue and can't get our raw material. So it's easy to simply edit the item, change it, maybe change the picture, go back into Edit. We can delete the image. Then we can edit and add a new image. I'm going to add the same image that we had. Save changes. Easy as that. But let's say that we've decided that it's just not as good as we thought it would be. So we're going to delete this one. Delete onion bloom, our signature appetizer. And the control panel asks for a confirmation. You'll notice that when we integrate your app and submit it for approval at Google Play and Apple, we may have inserted quite a few stock pictures. That's because Apple requires very high quality images in order to be approved. We don't want to take any chances of being rejected from iTunes. So after you receive your app, just take a few minutes to update the images with your own. We've seen how easy that is. Now let's move on to specials. Specials, you'll notice, is very similar to the way the food menu is structured, but with fewer layers. You can add or delete specials. Let's just say we want to edit one. Let's go into Ladies' Night. You'll notice a very similar configuration to the menus area of the control panel. We have a description, we have details of the special, and we have a high resolution image that goes along with this special. Very nice. Perfect. Now let's look at one more section, the beer menu. In the case of Bonfire Pizza, they don't offer wine or cocktails, but they specialize in craft beer. So they ordered the craft beer interactive menu. So here we select beer from the navigation area of the control panel. Now, the beer menu, editing the beer menu, works a little bit different than the food menu or specials, but for a good reason. Our beer menu or wine menus are driven by a database engine that supplies all of the information. Now, we noticed earlier inside the app that we viewed, the Bonfire Pizza app, we looked inside of their craft beer selection, and we looked specifically at Goose Island IPA. And there we found statistics covering the ABV, IBU, and a rich set of information about the flavor and brewery, along with a high-resolution image of the label. All of that comes from our proprietary database of over 25,000 beers. If there's any beer not there, just give us the information and we'll make sure your beer gets in the database. The beauty of a database-driven menu is the ease with which the beers can be changed out in the app control panel. You'll notice in the food menu, or as you did notice in the food menu and specials, you were responsible for typing a title and description, and you had to insert the image to go along with it. But with our beer menu, all you have to do is know the name of the beer. Well, let's try it. Let's try deleting and then adding a beer. Let's say that in our case, when looking at our featured craft beers, let's say that we decide to add a beer. We're going to add Golden Monkey. Simply type Golden Monkey, save. Now we'll notice in the list at the bottom is Golden Monkey. However, you'll see that the information is not linked to the database. Now, there's a good reason for that. It's because the database wants you to be more specific. Let me show you. When you click the link button, the database is going to show you all the items that match or resemble your entry. All you have to do is pick the Golden Monkey that you stock and click Link. In my case, it's the first listing from Victory Brewing Company. So I simply click Link, and now all of the information from our database is now linked to that entry for Golden Monkey. Now let's say that you're out of stock on Golden Monkey, so you want to delete that entry. Simply click Delete, and the control panel asks for a confirmation of that action. We click Delete, and now we notice Golden Monkey is no longer in our list. Remember, whenever we update the control panel for any given app, this information instantly flows to every app in circulation, and there is no need for your customers to update their app. It flows in automatically. Now, the beer menu, we feel this design was perfect because the ease with which beers can be changed is a real benefit for establishments that carry craft beers or maybe have quite a few taps. Let's say you change out 5 taps a week. You can see that because we've designed the control panel the way we have, you can change out 5 taps in the control panel within about 2 or 3 minutes. Well, that's all for now. If you're ready, please watch the Loyalty Rewards video tutorial so you can see how our unique QR code-based system works. Thanks for watching.